Welcome to Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it the best place to live. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with my co-host, Jan Ryan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Valley. How are you?
I'm wonderful and wonderful. You know, we're getting to that end of the year. Things are, the holidays. It's getting exciting. Sometimes people say the market slows. I love this time of year. I think that it brings out the best in people, the best in our market, the best in the business. So tell us what is coming up for you guys in your business in the December months, the holiday months.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, in a couple of days, December 2nd, there's going to be the Chamber of Commerce Christmas tree lighting, and that is so much fun. If you haven't seen it, you really need to go. They shut down Old Town Ramona. They shut down the street, and the shops are open from 5 to 9, so you can do some late shopping, some late dining. They have live music, carolers, classic cars.
Yeah.
It's like one big Ramona block party.
Yeah.
So it's spectacular, even sleigh rides.
Oh my gosh.
So 5 to 9 on December 2nd, Saturday, and at 7 o'clock they have the actual Christmas tree lighting at the museum, Guy B. Woodward Museum.
Gosh. That is going to be so fun. Ramona people love just like a good old block party.
It is. It's like a big town. And then to kick it off before that, from 10 to 11:30, they're doing the Ramona Community Coffee at the Senior Center. I know Tim Connolly, you met him. He puts that on, and he started that 15 years ago at his farm. So when the seasons change, they do that. So that's coming up December 2nd, Ramona Senior Center at 10 to 11:30.
Oh, that's so special. I swear, there's like the best people in Ramona, the best business owners, they love Ramona. So speaking of loving Ramona and best business owners, who do you have for us today?
I have Jaye Matthews with Pacific Executive Aviation.
Awesome, I can't wait to meet her. Jaye Matthews, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Being here. Yeah, so tell us about your business. What is the name of it? What do you guys do?
Okay, well, we are a fixed base operation, which is, it encompasses everything in aviation, really. It's just a business at an airport. I have hangars, I have fuel, flight school, and maintenance and avionics. We have it all. So it's a big operation, really. There's a lot going on and a lot of pilots that we deal with, and it's really fun day-to-day things. Sometimes jets come into Ramona for whatever, and we service them, but mostly just our day-to-day pilots.
You've got
small airplanes.
Cal Fire, you're
We
responsible
do.
for
We
them
have
too.
Cal Fire is huge, in Ramona, as everyone knows, especially right now, heightened awareness about fires, and so we fuel them. We sell them the fuel and we service them. We're considered emergency services to them, which is a good feeling, to be able to do that. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it's everything. I mean, it's real estate, the rental business, it's fuel.
It is a real estate business, really. That's what I do. I'm a landlady.
How do you wake up every day and know what you need to do? I mean, it's like something is always needs to be done there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a busy business.
Well, the real estate part of it is pretty easy. I have the best people in the world are my tenants. All these pilots with these little airplanes, and they all have their own businesses, most of them. And so they're pretty easy going, and they just come out there to have fun, right? Like when Jan comes out, or, to travel, go on a vacation. So they're the easiest part of my day. It's dealing more with fuels becomes a little bit more intense, and then when there's a fire, of course, and that's about it. Other than that, it's cool business.
It's a fun gig.
I like it. Yeah. It is a fun gig.
How did you get into it?
Well, that goes back a little ways because I've been doing this since the mid '80s. I answered a little ad in the newspaper when I moved to California. I wanted to get a job. I answered this little ad, and this little ad was for a commercial real estate developer in Carlsbad. I got hired right off the bat. They were going to teach me everything about, the bookkeeping for all the properties they owned. And that was okay. I did that for a while, but there was a lot more to it. It was a family-owned operation, father and son. And the son was the real estate guy, but the father had other interests. And one of his other interests, lo and behold, was the airport in Ramona. He just started, investing a little at a time in this little mom and pop situation there in Ramona. And he started putting more and more money into it. And then all of a sudden one day he needed somebody to run it for him. And yeah, after a few years, the son and I we were like, not seeing things so clearly together. And his father said, what'll it take for you to run this business for me in Ramona? I'm like, and so he taught me everything. And then one day he set me free.
That's amazing.
And I guess we would call him my mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he introduced me to the world, really.
That's really neat. I mean, and the funny thing is about that is that some people watching have no idea what a little newspaper ad for a job is,
Yep.
But that just goes like experience. You have so much experience in it that, to kind of set you guys apart. Is there a lot of businesses like yours in San Diego, or are you kind of like a rare find?
Every airport has FBOs, or they might just have, like down at Gillespie Field, there's just a maintenance facility and they lease from the county. Whereas in Ramona, there are three FBOs and CAL FIRE. So there's only 4 businesses that have leases with the county of San Diego. And then we sublease from there.
Got it.
Yeah. So at every airport, there's 8 county airports that we have here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some aren't as big as others.
Yeah.
We're on the map.
And you're so dedicated to aviation too, you and Donnie both, because you're a pilot too. You flew, what was the plane that?
Well, I had a 210.
A 210,
but then when
you would fly that to Vegas.
I used to fly my mentor around. We had other businesses, of course, right? It didn't stop at Ramona. He bought me this big airplane, and I had to fly him over to Vegas and all kinds of places to do business, in all those years.
How cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
And then things changed, and I met my husband. He was renting one of my hangars, and we just kind of, we had so much in common that life kind of began for us, and it's been like a family at the FBO ever since, because he knows everybody and I know everybody, and we put all that together, and now he builds airplanes and we travel in them. And at the time, I think what you were getting at was the Stearman when we had
I was just getting at that what a mentor you guys are together. I mean, you got so many people into flying, kids encouraging kids to get into it. I know you were at teaching the kids how to use the.
Oh yeah, when I go to Oshkosh,
Yeah.
so Oshkosh, which you probably don't know, is it is the world's largest aviation event.
Yeah.
And we've gone a few years now, my husband and I, because I'm in aviation, I really should go, right? And so isn't he. So we go there and I volunteer, sign up in advance to teach the kids, because I'm a pilot, they let me do that, on the simulators. How to use simulator, and all these little kids come in. It's a hoot and a half.
I bet.
You should see these kids. They know a lot already. They think they know a lot, because they've been playing on their Xboxes. And yeah. So I've done it a couple of years in a row, and it's very self-gratifying and fun. And the kids learn so much, and then they're going to go on to be pilots. And that's what we're trying to do at this point in our lives. Inspire more young people get into aviation, because we're not seeing it so much.
No, I know. Yeah. How do you guys know each other? How did you come across each other?
Golly.
It's been so long.
When you bought your first plane?
Yeah, maybe. I think they've always seemed like a lot of fun, so we just started a lot of the same interests, aviation.
And we traveled together.
Yeah.
They have their plane, we have our plane, and we go all kinds of places. I was looking at pictures the other day, how many places we've been together. We've had a lot of fun. Like I said, life began when I met my husband, and we just started, just living the life, right?
Right, and you do a lot with Toys for Tots. You do a lot for the community.
The community involvement is what's really, you're able, at a certain point in your life, you're so able to give back. You have so much to give.
Yeah.
And aviation was the first thing, putting on the air shows, and that benefited the the families of the fallen firefighters back before the county, or the state, before the state funded CAL FIRE so much, or paid families for fallen fires, things. We put on fundraisers for that, and then we started, after that, they shut down the air shows because I think it was, I don't remember why. Anyway, moving on, I started doing fundraisers for the Intermountain Volunteer Fire and Rescue Department, which is on the outskirts of Ramona, but in Ramona. And that's where some of those pictures are from when we would dress up and do Casbah and Fly Me to the Moon and things like that, and give back to the community. It's a great community.
Yeah, it is. It seems like that's like a huge part of a lot of local businesses in Ramona is how they give back to Ramona in the
Isn't
community.
it?
Yeah, it's really
everyone's
neat.
so cool.
It's unique.
It's very eclectic. Like you know, mansions. It's like Rancho Santa Fe with an airport. You know, Ramona's a hidden jewel. Don't
It is
tell
a hidden
anybody.
jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a lot of you guys want to keep Ramona like to yourself, but you guys are really starting to make your place on the map in San Diego. It's growing a ton. A lot of people believe it, you know, are moving there because of the beauty, of course, but the home prices are affordable still for families, and it's become this like community where families do feel safe and they feel a part of something, right?
They do. I think they do. I feel like I'm a part of something. I don't want to go anywhere after this. No. This
Well,
is
you've
it.
been, you're a
Love it.
hub. You're a hub there at the airport for a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I'm a coastal girl. When that job was offered to me to go run the Ramona Airport, I was like, or you know, the business. I was living in Cardiff,
Yeah.
so I'm a coastal girl, and I was like, now coming down to the coast is like,
Yeah.
a little here and a little there.
Yeah. Well, now you're like a mountain girl.
Yeah. Well, it's actually the foothills, right?
Kind of.
So it's close to.
We
the
have to go
coast.
uphill for us to get into
know.
Ramona, and then you can drop back
Yeah.
in. But it's really
down the hill.
It's a really beautiful community, you know. And I'm glad that there's people like you that are giving back, that have so many years of experience, you know, doing the things you do. But now you're a role model giving back to the kids and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
feels
cool.
good.
Yeah.
There's only one way to go, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's really cool, I think, is that he recognized you out of the ad and how well it worked out, that
Yeah.
he appreciated your talent and how hard you worked to make
yeah.
it what it is.
Yeah.
And I know you've got a lot to deal with too. You made it sound simple, but you've got a lot of government regulation. You've got a lot
Oh,
of fuel
yeah.
prices. You've
California,
got-
you know.
Yeah. So you do a lot. You made it sound easy, but
Oh.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
And
It's fun though, you know. If
Yeah.
you keep it fun, keep it light, and just remember that you know, life is good.
Yeah.
Life isn't so good in other places.
yep. And you do the chili cook-off.
Oh,
And,
every Christmas. Yeah, I started this about, I don't know, maybe 16 years
Wow.
ago. Every Christmas, all the tenants come out, and I invite them, cook chili, bring it to the Christmas party, and we'll compete, and I'll give prizes.
How
and all
fun.
kinds of, yeah, that started a long time ago, and we're just having a blast with
You got
that.
16 years to perfect your recipe.
Yeah.
It better be good by now.
Yeah, and
You
people
know?
come out. One guy came out last year and he goes, I thought I had to bring chili in order to come. I'm like, no, that we would have like 60 chilies.
Yeah.
As it is, we had about a dozen chilies, and it's really a
Perfect.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Is there anything else that we should know about her that she's not telling? Any secrets that she hasn't told us?
Well, I play tennis.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think the big thing too is we touched on it, but how many young people you inspired to fly, that you're always there for them, you and Donnie, like Brandon, and
There's always
so
somebody
many
there
kids that
that-
have really
yeah.
gotten into it, that you guys inspired and were there to support.
We try, but my husband is really amazing at that. I have to give him the credit here. He takes these kids flying for their first time, and it catches, you know, they're a little interested. But he's the one that was the little kid that used to go, airplane, airplane.
Uh-huh.
You know, I wasn't that one.
Yeah.
And he's just amazing. Just coming into his own, I think, you know.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited to see like how things progress in our youth growing up and learning stuff like that, because they're either going to choose that path or something way off that we can't even expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to hear like of a couple and a family giving back and teaching the kids, you know, different things, different perspectives. There's a lot of kids that would never get that chance.
And what we like to do is some of the wineries, you know, we've made friends with the couples and say, hey, want to go to breakfast in Big Bear? And so we'll take them to Big Bear
Oh, yeah.
for breakfast and
Yeah.
get out of bed. Let's go, right? We always meet for
That's so
breakfast.
sweet.
We always meet Jan and her husband for breakfast somewhere too.
That's really cool.
Yeah, just fly
I mean,
off.
the perks of owning all of the things that you own. I
Yeah.
mean, you get to do that.
Well, for me, it's still part of aviation, so I have to see all these other
Right.
FBOs and compare, don't
Right.
I? Yeah, and what they're
True.
doing, and
Yeah, it's business development. It's business research.
There you go.
Yeah, I can write it off.
there you go.
Awesome. Well, it was so lovely meeting you, and
too.
yeah, thank you for what you do for Ramona, and Jan, thanks for introducing us to her and her business.
Yep. Thanks for coming, Jay. It's so great to have
Thank
you all
you.
the way down here.
It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Thanks for watching Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it one of the best places to live. We'll see you next time.